Looks like all the souvenirs will suffer damage from the fire. I just don't believe in murder on top of arson. What a disgrace to the Yatagarasu. Fake Yatagarasu is guilty much more than death, it seems. I know, because if it were me, my first priority would be to leave this bookshelf. You would steal ordinary souvenirs that you can buy virtually anywhere? You can't buy them anywhere. Each one is specific to a location that has its own value. Items have memories attached to them are their most valuable of all. Could you really rob someone of their valuable memories just like that? No, because even if I take the souvenir, I can't take the owner's memories. Here's how Mr. Coachen's body has been taken in for an autopsy. The white outline is left to really tell the murder. Here's that this area is heavily damaged by the fire. Yeah, I guess we should hurry up and start slamming through everything. Guess the embassy phones are just normal phones, huh? Well, what do you imagine them to look like? I thought that Babel's would look like a flower and the receiver looked like a butterfly. That way it looked like a butterfly receiver was sucking nectar from the flower base. If any country had a flower phone, it would be alibis, don't you think? Well, then maybe the phone I envisioned would have been from when they were Codopia? There's really no point in asking me about something that never existed in the first place. You know what you lack, Mr. Edgeworth? Curiosity and imagination. Only one book left standing here, Treasures of the World. Wait, what? Let me see that. Uh-huh. I see. The most important part was blackened by the fire, but why, Crew Fate, why? Looks like the map of where the treasures are located has been burnt. Looks like a bunch of flowers or coupons attached to it. Babel sure gives away a lot of different coupons. Maybe I should create one of my own and call it a Great Thief Coupon. And what kind of discount would that net you? The 5-finger kind, what else? And I'd steal an extra thing or two for the bearer. Things such as the truth, what else would I steal? What I wouldn't give to have a mountain of your coupons right about now. Looks like a very nice, comfortable chair. Well, it doesn't look all that broken, why don't you try sitting in it? No, I better not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene at all times. Wait, but you always touch in all sorts of stuff at crime scenes. That's because I'm a prosecutor, and it's all part of my job to examine things. My job is to be a great thief, which is exactly why you are not allowed to touch anything. Here, that disc also fell victim to the fire. It doesn't look too damaged. Oh, I think we can ruffle through this drawer a bit. I suppose we really should take a look. Oh. It's a rather unusual shape for a notepad. I suppose there's another souvenir from somewhere. I think we can deduce. Means that the contents of the drawer survived the fire rather well. Now that's a sturdy desk. I guess that's the value of the solid wood construction. See if there's anything useful left in here, Mr. Edgeworth. It's the thing we found. Is the pick? Eureka! It would appear that this piece of evidence is related. To what exactly? Right, so perhaps it wasn't related after all. Wait, don't tell me. Is it something that thieves can't see? Uh-oh. Why don't we say that's it and move on? I was just joking, you know, Mr. Edgeworth. It's just my way of saying that you make a mistake, you should just admit to it. Ugh. Appears she noticed after all. Really should be careful re-examine this area for clues. Christ. So it's not the pick? Oh! Wait a second. It looks like the same shape. Yeah. The shape of this notepad matches the shape of this note we found. Hey, you're right. What is it? It looks like something straight out of a Monument Valley. Oh, that notepad's a souvenir from the summer in your country. We've been collecting them for the purpose of studying them, you see. Yes, I do. But you do seem to be quite passionate about it. Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection? I would like to show you to you. Are you sure they haven't been burnt to a crisp by the fires? Ambassador Pallian, I wonder if you could recognize the handwriting of this one. This looks like Manny's handwriting. I see, in that case. Oh, did you figure something out? This note was found in alibis. Specifically, it was found firmly grasped by the murdered Damas II. Damas II? Then this note... Yes, it was a request from Mr. Coachen for Mr. Mass to steal the Primadux statue. Nani, Manny tried to steal Alabas's Primadux statue? I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, but... we would know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do you have any documents that were handwritten by Mr. Coachen? Yes, I can gather a few and give them to you. I'll just have to ask Detective Gumshoe later to run the analysis. I can't believe that Manny would even think of doing something like this. Do you have any idea why he would have requested the theft of the statue? There was one possibility, but mind you, it's just my personal speculation. Anything you could tell me would be of great help, Ambassador. Fireplace, huh? So Babble's office have them too. Two? There's a fireplace in relatively same location in the Alabastian office. However, we found something there that I'd rather not recall ever again. I still can't believe that we found that lady's undershirt in the fireplace. It was that traumatizing. Why don't you just create new memories with this fireplace? We could climb inside and we could play hide and seek. Hey, come out covered in soot? I think not. You really have no sense of fun, Mr. Edgeworth. Now then, Ambassador, I would like to ask you about the moons before the fire, Roka. Oh, before the fire? What fire are you talking about? Which one? There was more than one tonight. Huh? Oh, I see. I guess you didn't hear about it. We had 2 fires at the Babbler's embassy tonight. What a bother of all that was, huh? Wait, Nani? But the only fire we know about is the one after the Jammin' Ninja show. Oh, well, the first occurred at the start of the Jammin' Ninja show. Luckily, it's only the 4th and 5th floors of the embassy caught on fire. And not wanting to cause panic among the theater goers, we decided to keep it internal. And the fire after the Jammin' Ninja show was the second one of the night. Exactly. So the fire witness on this was the second one. Come to think of it, didn't Detective Bad make a reference to the first fire? When was this photo taken? Apparently, it's right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. I suppose this means that the photo was taken just after the first fire was put out. The first fire? Specifically the first fire? Meaning they were moving before the second fire? So what was the extent of damage on the second fire? The second fire was contained on this floor, then to the 3rd floor. I think it was leftover embers from the fires on the floor above it that caused it. That's... how should I put this? A very bad stroke of luck. My office is on the 5th floor, Manny's office here. And Manny's himself. All gone in the blink of an eye. 2 fires broke out in Babel today. I feel so sorry for you, Mr. Palliano. Oops, look at me going on and on. Now then, that's what you wanted to ask, right? We're discussing about your actions and whereabouts for today were. You happen to know where Mr. Coachen's actions and whereabouts were as well. Oh yes, well, very well. Let's see. I've been quite busy all day from morning until now. First I woke up, then I brushed my teeth. After that I had a roll for breakfast. Hold it! Fascinating. How about if you just skip to the relevant parts for me? Oh, you like a condensed version? Alright, I could do that for you. So what did Mr. Coachen you do this morning? Well, originally we were supposed to meet and shake hands with the Jammin' Ninja. Well, Manny and I wanted to turn into a photo op, so we were just tidying up his office. You helped clean Mr. Coachen's office. Why were you not cleaning your own? I think I forgot to mention this, but my office is currently undergoing renovations. Top to bottom. Which is why both Prima Deck statue and the Babbly's knife set are down here. I see. But the tidying didn't take much, really. We just burned some files and we no longer needed expired coupons from the fireplace. I bet cleaning up the fireplace must have been a real pain though, huh? Oh, about that, I kind of forgot to clean the ashes out. I guess I'm just up and creek without Manny here to get angry at me.
Hold it!
An ambassador like you has been on the receiving end of the secretary's anger. Oh, he was very good at being very mad. Why, even just this morning, he just got mad at me. I'd spilled some Babbly's ink onto the back wall when I was burning the files, you see. He got so mad at me, saying I should treat the ink with more respect. Think about the boss getting bossed around. Left ashes there. I think that's about what we did this morning, just for some cleaning. That's it? All for some fucking cleaning? I feel like there's more at play here. Don't tell me you had no other work to do, being an ambassador and all. Now then, if you could tell me what you and Mr. Coachen did this afternoon. Well, Maddie and I went down together to see the new TARDIS. We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai stage show. After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor alone. They were there together until the Steel Samurai show. I feel like this alibi is not going to stick up too well if they were both together, to be honest. This puts suspicion on Palliano, but we will still have to see. A little while later, after I straightened up myself a bit, I returned to the theater, because I was to take part in the photo op on stage at the end of the show. There was a commemorative photo op at the end. It was a fantastic photo of the three of us, Ambassador Albert, the Steel Samurai, and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor to prepare for my handshake photo op with the Jammin' Ninja. He seems to be rather overworked for an ambassador. When I got to my office, that's when the first fire broke out and I skipped down the stairs. My office was completely destroyed, and by thankfully no one was hurt. I admit I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me, but during the second one I pitched in and helped the embassy staff put it out. But so you didn't see Mr. Coachen again after the start of the Steel Samurai show? Oh yes, that's right. The next time I saw him, he was lying in an eternal sleep. I see. Ambassador Palliano, I thank you very much for your help. I'm very sorry I couldn't be much more assistance, Mr. Edgeworth. If there's anything else, don't please hesitate to ask, alright? I believe you said you might have an idea to why Mr. Coachen hired the mask too. Actually, I fear it might be my fault. As I was telling you earlier, we were very determined to know which statue was the real one as part of today's event. Because of the Yada grass and the fire here that got cancelled, didn't it? Ha ha ha. I'm actually relieved that the rest of the event has been cancelled. Well, you see, Babble's statue as well, just a replica. And did Mr. Coachen know about the Babble's Prima Duck statue? Of course he knew, that's why he was the only person I could have consulted it. We'd have to do something once our statue was revealed as a replica. As to be expected, I was very nervous today, as this would impact our country's authority. Yes, I understand. Although I told Manny my concerns, he said, let me handle it, it'll be alright. And I'll finally make sure that you're the ambassador of the reunited Codopia. At the time, he was just trying to cheer me up. But when I saw that note, I realized he was very serious.
Hold it!
Mr. Coachen conducted a lot of business behind your back. I assume he did all that to ensure that you are the next Codopian ambassador. But why was he trying so hard, I wonder? He was so much better at getting things done than I ever was or will be. I don't have an answer to you as to why he was trying so hard. But I suspect he had an ulterior motive in mind just beyond Simple kindness. Is there anything else I could talk about? The safe wasn't open at the time of the fire. You could tell that because the fire wasn't burnt, right? I'm just trying to figure out some more other stuff. Yes, thanks to the fire's resistance, so ugly evidence was preserved. Aren't fire safes great then? They also hold a wonderful promise of treasures within. Well, this one certainly did have a few inside. There's a bottle of Babyliss ink on Mr. Coachen's desk. It looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside. The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink. Hey, Mr. Pallier, it looks like your precious Babyliss ink is alright after all. Was it just placed there? Nani? That's odd.
Hold it!
Ambassador, what do you mean by that? Well, it's just that there is something strange about the ink. You mind elaborating on that statement for me, please? Something strange. I wonder if you might tell me what you noticed about Mr. Coachen's bottle of ink. I just thought about it right now, but... During the second fire, Manny was worried about his office, so he came rushing back to it. I called out to him, and when I received no reply, I used my spare key to open the door. One idea, I was greeted by the rolling green flames. The flames were so big that I wasn't able to see into the room after all. The fire was green. What was the cause? Right, because the oil burns green when it's lit, as you can see by this lantern. And Babyliss ink is made of the same oil, which means it would also burn green. You know. I too had thought it was Manny's ink that had caught on fire. So that's why I was surprised to find out there was still a bottle of ink left in his desk. The case of the perplexing green flames. Talk about a mystery. What exactly was it that caught on fire in here? Oh, you're here, Mr. Edgeworth. Gumshoe's here. Detective Gumshoe, have you collected the information I have requested? Oh, yep, got it all right here, sir. Here you go, Kate. Feel free to take a look. Look, it's for you after all. What is all this, Gummy? That's all the information on this room I got for the embassy and the Interpol people. Now we know exactly how this room was before and after the fire. Ah, good work, Detective. It was nothing, sir. I'm an expert at getting people to talk. Wow. You two remind me so much of my father and Uncle Bad. What do you mean? As for prosecutor and detective, your dynamic is just like theirs back in the day. Damn. Well, don't you worry. I'm going to find my own wonderful partner someday. And when I do, I'm going to become a good Yatagarasu, just like my father, alright? Hold it! Please don't question to which I have no answers to, Kay. However, I could say that it is truly a wonderful thing to find a partner you can trust. You bet. So what now, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, I'd like to ask you for a favor. Yes? That gadget, that Mr. Thief is it? That thing you can call your gadget's secret weapon. What do you mean, little thief? You come to rely on it, aren't you? I don't need a crutch like that. I've been only asking. I've been needed for the investigation. From the information Detective Gumshoe gathered in the ambassador's testimony, I'd like you to please recreate this room as it was during the third floor fire. Oh, yes, you got it. Alright, here we go. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all seen. Now witness the true power of the real modern-day Robin Hood. Oh, shit. Seems there are other things besides the ambassador that have changed. Also that we might find the escape route the person Picasso used as well. Oh, no. What is this? Is this some sort of light show that I was not told about? This is the power of a true vigilante. It's recreating the room with the info I inputted. Oh, really? That is certainly one interesting device you have there, Miss Faraday. I believe it's about time we return to your investigation. These must have been large green flames Ambassador Palladino saw.
The flames like these, no wonder he couldn't get in.
Okay, by the time you came into this room, had the fire already been put out?
Yeah, the fire already died out or something by that time.
Then this fire is only burned from the time the fire started on the 3rd floor, until the Yata Grosso appeared and caused a stir and babble, I suppose.
I guess Mr. Palladino was just lucky enough to run into this fire as it was burning, huh?
Yes, you could put it that way. And since you were on the first person to discover the body, we can assume that no one else entered the room until that time. No one other than the person you were chasing, of course.
I knew it. That person I saw was definitely up to no good. I mean, that person could even be Mr. Coachen's killer.
That is very likely to be the case. After all, that person came to this room before you, and must have chosen this room precisely because they knew no one else would be here.
Okay, then maybe the green fire was where to prevent anyone from coming in? But then, what did the person set on fire to make the green flames?
Well, whatever it is that person burned, it made a rather sizable fire.
And since the fire is green, well, we've seen something that burns green, right? It's a bit of tinier than these flames, but you can get what I mean.
Yes, I do believe what you're thinking of exactly why these flames are green. Which fire-related piece of it burns the same color as these green flames? The lantern, no?
Take that!
The silhouette lantern. Its green flame comes from the whole white crystal oil that it's burning.
Yeah, that's the fire I was thinking of too. I love the green it gives off.
I think we now established our green flames were caused by the white crystal oil. Furthermore, we know that there's only one other thing made of white crystal oil.
Oh, you mean that thing that Mr. Palladino was thinking about, right?
Yes, precisely, as we found out early in our investigation. Nutty, I don't get it, sir. Could you fill me in, sir? Fine, I suppose I'll explain in a way that even you can understand. It's the thing that made white crystal, or Ambassador Palladino was... Okay, it's the ink.
Take that!
Babbly's ink is made from white crystal oil. Oh, so it should burn the same color as the flames in the lantern, right? Yes, precisely. However, the green flames in this room were not from a bottle of Babbly's ink.
Because we found the ink Mr. Coachen used on his desk, right?
Yes, however, we know that Mr. Coachen was smuggling the ink in massive quantities. Now, what do you suppose he made using all that ink? I believe what he made with that ink is just the answer to what gives birth to the green flames.
Oh yeah, I'm begging to really feel the energy coming from you, Mr. Edgeworth.
It appeared I finally found it. The smuggling ring's real goal. And if Babbly's ink is the source of the green flames...
Is it the perfume? Nah, we just had this perfume. Is it the there's no way it's the counterfeit bills, right? There's no way. It's green after all.
Would you consume that create a volume of ink to make? That would be the counterfeit bills that the smuggling ring made are circulating in Zhangfa.
You're kidding me. You're saying that it was Mr. Coachen who made the counterfeit bills?
I am. I believe you can even go so far to say that he even stole Babble's printing press. Ambassador, Mr. Coachen had permission to freely use the printing press, correct?
Oh, why yes, I do remember seeing him use it in the middle of the night. But never did I think he was actually using it for such a foul deed.
Ambassador, because of your secretary's crimes, you will be needing to be investigated as well.
Oh, yes, I suppose so. We caused a bit of trouble for a few countries, haven't we?
My duty is to search out all who shielded Mr. Coachen and has concealed his crime, for they are the ones who started the fire in order to destroy the evidence.
Dang.
Huh. grandfather clock. It was apparently in a different position before the fire.
According to the sapling, the clock was flush against the wall before the fire, sir.
Means that most likely it was moved during the fire.
Speaking of which, it's totally 11 o'clock now, but I don't hear any chiming. Huh? But that's odd. It was still chiming right on the dot at every hour of this morning. Maybe the fire damages internal mechanisms or something.
Master Pallion, may we take a look inside the clock?
Oh, sure, go right on ahead.
Dr. Gumshoe, if you could please inspect the insides of this clock.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm on it, sir. Mr. Edgeworth found this inside, sir.
It looks like a length of wire, but what? So this is what caused the clock to stop chiming. Well, what was that long length of wire inside this clock in the first place?
Good question, though. Oh. Why would someone do this with such a valuable clock?
Sounds like it wasn't Mr. Palliano who put the wire in there. Perhaps it was Mr. Coachen's killer who did.
Looks like one of the Babbly's knives was already missing before the fire began.
So it would seem, especially since the other two knives handles were burned away.
Okay, it seems that the knives were used.
The remaining handle was swapped out with the handle from the real murder weapon.
And Babble's national treasure was stolen. Poor Babble, don't you think?
I'm not sure I would lump the replica statue with the rest of Babble's woes. What's this? It's the charred remains of the falling ceiling fan.
Oh, I've seen a few of these before. These spin around and around, and they play music.
I believe you're thinking of a musical mobile for babies.
Oh, yes, that's it.
But they're nothing alike.
They're totally alike. They spin those babies round like a record.
I see. I guess I could see how you might think that. Alright then. What's that?
So Babylon's really pushing their tourism into industry, huh?
It would appear that way.
You know, I really love to take a trip, but hey, how do we take one after this case?
You already have a destination in mind.
Well, ideally I would like to go someplace where I can continue my thief training.
Well, if you want to learn the fine art of stealth, then perhaps you should visit the studio where they make the Jammin' Ninja TV show.
Hey, that's actually a really great idea, Mr. Edgeworth.
I cannot believe she actually took me seriously. Fireplace. So Babble's offices have them too.
Two?
There is a fireplace in a relatively the same location as the Alabastian office. However, we found something there that I'd rather not recall ever again. I still can't believe that we found that undershirt in the fireplace.
If there was that term, okay, this fireplace. Climb said we could play hide. Oh, they're just repeating those same lines. God dang it. The window.
You could see the Alabastian embassy through this window.
So where were you when you were investigating over there, Mr. Edgeworth?
You could see it from here. I was there on the 5th floor.
That's where Damas 2 was killed. Nani? You don't mean Damas 2? Aw, poor guy. As a fellow second-generation thief, I can't just turn a blind eye to this.
Even though Damas 2 was merely an imposter of the original? That looks like a very comfortable chair.
Well, it doesn't look all that broken, so why don't you try sitting on it?
No, I better not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene at all times.
Wait. Okay. Okay, you're just repeating stuff that we've already said before. Is there anything new?
You use the desk as long as you changed from before 5.
Yeah, it just got a little burnt, that's all.
It's a very fine desk. I'm sure that even now it's still usable.
If that's great, why don't you trade your desk with it?
No.
It was just a suggestion. You didn't have to get all monosyllabic on me, you know? Damn, we got 3. Ready for a review on how to use Little Thief? Okay, here we go. Objects outlined in yellow are things not present in our time and were in the past. Things outlined in the dot line are things that exist now but didn't in the past.
I see.
You can examine and interact with applicated people of objects as you normally do. You can present evidence whenever you find inconsistency. I'll be sure to point out mistakes in the recreation with evidence, too.
Think I remember now. Thank you for the refresher, of course, Kay.
If there's something you don't get about Little Thief, feel free to ask anytime, okay? I've been putting all the info we got from Gummy and Ambassador Palliano. With this recreation, you should be able to tell what's changed because of the fire. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's try investigating this room one more time.
Yes, let's. In order to find out what truly happened here in this room, we will need to gather more info from this room and take another look.
Looks like it was quite the fire, huh?
It appears that even the flames spreaded fairly quickly to some of the other rooms as well.
Well, yeah, but thanks to Gummy's info, I was able to recreate this room. Plus, the burnt stuff is still lying around, so you can check those as well.
The state of this room before and after the fire. I could probably obtain some new info by comparing the differences. But yes, that's what I'll do. I'll use any new info to cleanate my logic.
Really not much to really say here. Is there like a connection that we could do?
Nope.
I was hoping those two would connect. By this time, the primitive statues have already been swapped, right?
Must have been covered in soot.
What a lousy timing, just as the two countries were about to become friends again, too. It would have been better if I had stolen it before I got caught up in that fire.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been seeing these same lines. Huh. I feel like I'm missing something, am I? Oh, receiving receptive damages? I don't believe in we're on top of arson. What a disgrace to the Yatagrasu. Fake Yatagrasu is guilty as much more than the deficiency. I know, but if it were me, our first priority would have been to loot this bookshelf.
You would steal ordinary souvenirs you can buy virtually anywhere?
You can't buy them anywhere. Each one is specific to a location and has its own value. Items have memories attached to them are the most valuable of all.
You really rob some of their memories just like that?
No, because even if I take the souvenir, I can't take the owner's memories. Something feels off right now. I feel like I'm missing something.
Detective, you took part in the initial Babel investigation, correct?
Yep, sure did. I also helped put out both fires out, sir. But the first fire took me by surprise. I had a tough time escaping the first floor. First I even tried the elevator, but I guess someone else had the same idea because it was in use. If I hadn't remembered to use the stairs at that point, I would have been burnt to a crisp.
Oh, wait, that's odd. We always warn our staff about the case of a fire. It's dangerous to use the elevator.
Oh?
Maybe someone wrote it in a fit of a panic?
Detective, did you see the Yatagrasu that came into the Babelese embassy at all?
I didn't personally. And the other staff members told me they never got a good look at the person either, sir.
I wonder if you could tell me a bit more about what you discovered, Detective.
This is gonna be vital.
Second fire broke out around the time the Yatagrasu was spotted in alibis. That time when we saw a suspicious person was spotted in Babel, which caused some panic.
So no one was able to get a good look at this Yatagrasu that entered Babel.
Yeah, all they saw was a mysterious person wearing a long coat. And that's not even enough to make a positive idea, you know?
Still, it was enough to make the people who received the calling card panic even more.
Person in a long coat. Sounds like the exact same person I saw.
The Yatagrasu that appeared in Alibis was proven to be a fabrication, a shadow. In the light of the fact, the Yatagrasu that appeared in Babel is also suspect.
Can't be serious. Not when we were this close to capturing the fake. I mean, Callisto you.
So the Yatagrasu appeared, caused mass confusion, killed Mr. Coachen, and then disappeared. By the way, Detective, why did you not chase after the Yatagrasu?
I did, but, well, this embassy is just so huge, sir. I got separated from the other staff members I was with. I was lost for a while there.
Hold it! You didn't even memorize the layout of the building you were in. The guard, Detective?
I'll be sure to do that from now on, sir. You know, it was thanks to me, but being lost, I was able to overcome to Wright case rescue.
Oh, is that a fact?
Yeah, it was when I was lost and wandering around the third floor hallways, sir. And when I heard her scream, I headed towards it right away.
Oh, that's probably from when I found Mr. Coachen's body.
Oh yeah, I thought it sounded like her, but I got real worried, so I ran as fast as I could.
It was thanks to Gummy that Miss Shinna wasn't able to take me away. He covered for me until you got here, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, I see. So we can be useful in once in a blue moon.
So it's too bad that Agent Shinna got here before I did.
I wonder where Agent Shinna was before you found her here. Now Shinna sounds sus.
Well, just before I got to this room, I saw her coming out of the room next door.
She was in the room next to Mr. Coachen's office until she tried to arrest Kay. Agent Shinna mentioned something about chasing the Yatagrasu herself earlier.
Well, she apparently putting out the fire first, and then during the second fire, I heard she was busy chasing the Yatagrasu.
Seems to be a very dedicated agent. You would do well to learn from her.
Why are you pointing at me when you say that, sir?
Examine everything in this office, but there's one thing that bothers me. I should ask Ambassador Palliano about it. Ambassador Palliano, there's something I'd like to ask you about.
Oh, yes.
About this office, it appears to be very similar to Ambassador Alba's office. For example, the location of the fireplace and the position of the grandfather clock.
Oh, that's alright. He also paid a visit to the Alabastian side of the embassy. Our two embassies actually used to be one.
Yes, I know, even the pamphlet mentioned that.
Which is why the buildings are bilaterally symmetrical.
Bilaterally?
No matter which one, the location of the fireplace and like are exactly the same. But even where the art is located is the same, as my room is currently under renovation. We work hard to make the Manny's room look like the ambassador's office.
You mean for your handshake photo op with the German ninja?
Oh, yes, that's right. I mean, well, it's a photo like that's worth it if it's not taking the ambassador's office, right?
Yet another odd expression of Babel's obsessively competitive spirit alibis, I take it. Thank you, Ambassador. That piece of info is all I need to connect the dots.
Oh, connect what dots? Well, anyway, I'm just glad to be of some help.
I think it's time to connect some pieces together. Let me save first beforehand, because this is going to be vital for us. Okay, let us solve the problem at hand. Is it these two? There we go. The Alabastian and Babelese sides of the building are symmetrical to each other. As we know that to be a fact, then this room's fireplace may also hide a secret passageway.
A secret passageway?
In Alabas, the fireplace turned out to have a revolving back wall.
Revolving wall? It sounds like something out of a ninja house.
Wow, there really was a trick like that built into the fireplace, sir.
What? This embassy holds that kind of secret too?
There seems to be a lot about this room that you don't know about, Ambassador.
I guess it's time to pay the bill for letting Manny do so much work for me. Please, I really want to know the real Manny and what you know about this room. What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Let's get to the bottom of this.
Agreed, and my first thought is that it's likely the killer used the revolving fireplace.
It looks like just another fireplace though, doesn't it? So how do you turn it again?
In Alabas, I had to push the X that was on far wall of the fireplace.
Oh, I see an X back there, sir. Let's see what happens when I push it. Oh, you scared me, sir.
There was something about this fireplace that lies in the contradiction to the facts.
Huh? Well, we found an X where you thought there'd be one, right?
We did, but that's not what I was referring to. Something is missing from this scene. What does this contradiction mean for us?
I think we're gonna have to do something.
All I see in this fireplace is startlewood.
Huh? That's odd. It doesn't match up what Mr. Palliano said earlier.
What is the meaning of this contradiction? If we push this X mark, the fireplace wall should turn.
A revolving fireplace wall. That's neat, sir. We should hurry up and...
Wait, detective? Okay. Something I like to test.
Like what, sir?
I'll tell you everything later. Let's continue with the investigation. I think we have to deduce something from here. The fire? It looks fresh. No?
Eureka!
This points out exactly what is so contradictory about the fireplace it is currently is.
And what exactly is that?
Okay, that's wrong.
Oh, it's okay if you don't see it, Kay. I don't really get it either, but I figure it's just too splendid for me to understand. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you tell us what's so contradictory?
Shit. Can't exactly admit to being wrong if Detective Gumshoe is the one asking.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. My youth only lasts for so long, you know.
Yes, well, let's take another look at the fireplace first, shall we?
Okay, it has to be something here. Yeah, okay. It looks fresh, to be honest. Is it the silhouette lantern? Has to be, no?
Eureka!
No, it's not. Following fireplace being used. Renovations. Shin's location. I feel like I'm missing something. I gotta really think for a second. Let me see. Maybe there is some evidence that I don't know about. I'm kind of lost right now. Ink onto the spilled wait, hold up. I'm dumb. I read this. Spilled Babbly's ink onto the back wall while burning fowls in the fire. Left ashes there. Where are the ashes? Huh?
Eureka!
Ambassador Palliano, you said that you burned some old files in this fireplace today, correct?
Oh, yes, I burned quite a few files this morning, actually.
And after you did, you forget to clean out the ashes from the fireplace, correct?
Oh, that's right. But why are you asking? And why are you making such a scary face?
I'm sorry, I admit I am a bit intimidating when I'm serious in any case. Take a good look at the fireplace and tell me what you find odd about it.
Oh, let's see, huh? Where did all the ashes go?
Guess I'm missing.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't really think
that Ambassador Palliano's lying, do you?
there's a chance?
No, there's no reason for him to lie. And I don't believe his testimony is wrong either. It is the fireplace that's causing the contradiction. Okay, I wonder if you might update the fireplace data for me.
You got it. I'll add in the ashes from the burnt files and... Okay, sounds like we pretty much figured everything out, huh? I gotta connect the puzzle pieces now, do I?
Well, it was nothing. All I did was follow out where our leads led us.
Oh, I sense it coming on. You're about to dazzle us again, right?
Oh, you mean that? Well, it's what Mr. Edgeworth was known for, you know.
There is really no need for you to dance around the name of what I'm about to do.
Puzzle pieces, ashes, and a revolving fireplace used.
The reason as to why the ashes are missing is very simple.
It's not because someone cleaned them up, right?
No, because even if someone did sweep them up, the fireplace is too clean for that. Ambassador Palliano said that he spilled some Babbly's ink while he was burning the files. And yet there is not a trace of the spilled ink in the back wall anywhere.
No, then I don't even know what happened.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. The two sides were switched. By using a revolving fireplace wall, the ashes were moved into the neighboring room. which means that this is a clear indication that the fireplace was used.
Clear sense that the revolving fireplace wall has been used. Then you mean the person I was chasing disappeared from this room through there?
Yes, I believe the person you were in pursuit of is Mr. Coachen's killer. And after committing the murder, escaped through the fireplace.
The person Kay was chasing used the fireplace to escape into the room next door. Well, Mr. Edge, you figured out the killer's escape route.
I have, but it's only the beginning. Now we have to chase the killer down.
Is it Shinna? Shinna? She knows something?
She knows something. If the killer used the fireplace in this room to escape into the next, it's only logical for us to talk with the person who was in the neighboring room.
Well, the person that was in the next room was... Oh, it was that person, sir.
Yes, Detective. Agent Shinna.
She's sus.
The HP restored.
Damn, she's sus as hell now. It's looking more and more like Shinna is the killer, isn't it?
Let's not jump to conclusions yet. We need to go through what we know so far.
But what's her motive? There has to be a motive, no?
She came running straight into this room from the next one and instantly accused you. Furthermore, she claimed it could only been you that killed Mr. Coachen.
Ah.
I don't have any proof yet. However, I know she is hiding something from us.
Okay, then why don't we go ask Miss Shinna herself?
Hold it!
No, not yet. There's something that needs to be done first. Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, is it time to test the fire?
Sir, is it my turn to do something, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, I have a two-part special assignment for you. First, I need to run a handwriting analysis on Damas 2's note.
Okay, I'll get the lab boys on that right away.
Second, I want you to see if you can fit through the revolving fireplace wall.
Right now, sir?
No, next decade. Of course now, you imbecile. We need to test our hypothesis first, don't we?
Go on, Gummy. You can do it.
Alright then, I'm going to do it like a man. Oh, here I go, through the fireplace and back.
You shouldn't need to psych yourself up that much for such a simple task, Detective.
Oh wow, the wall inside the fireplace really did turn.
It's so neat. Now I want to try going there too. There really is a secret passageway through there. I had no idea. I think those are the ashes now.
It would appear that the ash really was pushed into the other room. Furthermore, the Babbly's ink you spilled, Ambassadors, is there on the back wall.
Okay, here I go, sir.
Hold it!
Detective, I'd like you to go through under the same conditions as the killer.
Oh, but there's all that ash and stuff.
And your point is, now we're short on time. If you could please hurry on through.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, so now we pretty much have the whole picture, right?
Not yet. There still remains a few more mysteries to solve. Such as the Yatagrass's whereabouts and the smuggling ring members. The two weapons that made it across the border. The key that Miss Yu stole 7 years ago. And in fact, we haven't even figured out regarding how Miss Yu is related to these embassies. Or is she not even related at all?
Missy Edgeworth.
A number of pieces connect in a very complicated way in this case. It's almost enough to make me one completely mentally exhausted.
What are you saying, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were the one who said it's easy if you follow the leads.
Was that supposed to be an impression of me, Kay?
If it's info gathering you need, Gummy and I can help with that. Then, all you have to do is show off your fancy schmancy logical deductions, right?
Show off? Does it seem like I'm being boastful when I do that?
Probably. Let's not overcomplicate things. Matters, okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You've been so focused like a laser, only what seems strange and out of place. It's no wonder nothing's clicked, and we haven't unlocked anything yet. But if we think things through calmly, the answer should just come to us.
Okay.
That's the sort of thing I say to myself. When I'm practically practicing how to unlock padlocks, you know.
That is something that I hope to practice doesn't make perfect for your sake.
Uh-huh. Yay, it looks like you're back to your straight-laced self again.
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back, sir.
Yes, I can see that now. Good work, detective.
Oh, it looks like you can use the fireplace like a door, sir.
You alright, Gummy?
I'm okay, just a bit of ash and dust, that's all.
Your jacket has gotten quite filthy. I see the hem has practically turned black.
Oh yeah, well, quite a bit unburnt it got on it, sir.
I see. Thank you, detective. You did a fine job.
Are we gonna have to check her outfit?
I'll even pay the cleaning bill for the trench coat.
What? Oh no, sir, I could never. This is just my old coat, sir. It was just a coat I actually cared about, and I actually get it clean, but you know.
I see. Very well then, as you wish.
So because Gummy was able to climb through the fireplace, we know it can be used, right?
Yes, but that's not all we learned. We learned that one other important fact.
That is?
I will have to explain it to you later. Right now, we need to deal with their handwriting analysis, Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir, I'll be back before you know it.
The handwriting analysis of Mr. Coachen's writing will take a bit of time. Let's go wait for the in the Deedrum Naturalis, along with Agent Lang and Agent Shinna.
The plot continues to roll because we think maybe Lang and Shinna were doing something. I don't know. It's a bit of speculation on my part, but there's a chance it could be Lang and Shinna, both of them together. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys all next time.